Hello! My name is Kallista, and welcome back to Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In the last episode, we met Liara. She is currently trapped in some kind of Prothean energy curtain, I think was what she called it, and we're looking for a way to free her. Now, that way looks rather promising. I have noticed some kind of mining laser, however there are Geth. There are Geth just dicking about, so... Let's see. Maybe we can get the drop on. One down. Ah, Bug, why weren't you standing closer? Oh, Kaiden! Kaiden, be careful! Ooh, Nelly. Down you go. How many are left? How many are left? Oop, also, buddy. Yeah, this is just like a knockout thing. You know what, Then again, we've only got a couple left. Or at least that's how it looks. You're saying the perimeter is clear, but the minimap said there were at least 2 more. Where? Yeah, I hear you. Where? There's still one. Making pew-pew noises. I hear that. Okay, it's a sniper. No. Buddy, if you could do some kind of, like, a lift. Did that do anything? Maybe a sabotage? When in doubt, try to flank him. He's behind that rock. He's not coming out. There we go. Okay, is everyone chill?
I think we're good, Commander.
Good stuff, Kaiden. Good stuff. Now let's see what is there to loot. That is always the most important thing. That doesn't appear to be anything. All right. Put your gun away. You're right. And don't mind if I do. Oop. I'm panicking. There we go. Got it anyway. Ooh, hold up. Radioactive rounds 3. Yeah, equipment, because I have... Oh! I guess this is all stuff I missed? Maybe? I mean, I'll take it. Thank you kindly. I have chemical rounds 1. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, 5 damage for 5 seconds. I will absolutely take that. Thank you. Lovely. And again, I like to focus on equipment when I'm back at my main camp, so I won't kind of do anything else with that for now. And again, go. There we are. That was better. Anything else? Any more loot? More loot is always appreciated. Although I wish there was a way of telling how full Naomi's inventory was, because I am still not seeing any kind of like, you have so much inventory space available. Ooh. Okay, down. Down. Left. Right. Oh. Naomi, how did you... Hey, we are lucky. I'm gonna take that as a sign Naomi is lucky. She is an amazing soldier, but also she can just get shit. And here we are. You're right, my dear. Excuse me.
Oh, how did you get in here? I didn't think there was any way past the barrier.
It was such a simple solution that it really isn't important.
We have to get you out of here before more Geth arrive.
Yes, you're right. I've seen enough of them to last a lifetime. That button should shut down my containment field.
Any idea how we get out of this place?
There is an elevator back in the center of the tower. At least I think it's an elevator. It should take us out of here. Come on! I still cannot believe all this. Why would the Geth come after me? Do you think Benezia's involved?
Saren's looking for the conduit. You're a Prothean expert. He probably wants you to help him find it.
The conduit, but I don't know.
What the hell was that?
These ruins are not stable. That mining laser must have triggered a seismic event. We have to hurry. The whole place is caving in.
Oh. I just want to say before I continue on, so I have heard this voice actress before. I don't know her name. I'm really bad with the names of voice actors. But, I know her from Dragon Age Inquisition. She voiced Scout Harding and Volta in The Descent. And I've got to say, because here's the thing, I was all right with her voicing Scout Harding. I think she did a decent enough job. I did not like her voicing Volta. Just for context, Volta is a dwarf, and the language of the dwarves has always been very gruff and very, like, Atrust, Tuncha, Salrock, very gruff. And she was reading it as like, Atrust, Tuncha, Salrock. And I'm like, that's Elven. That's Elven. And because Volta had a lot of lines in Dwarvish, I was just like, no, this does not. This is making me feel weird. It's like listening to an elf read Dwarven. That's just wrong. No. I really like her as Liara. Like, my immediate gut response is like, oh, she's doing a cracking job here. That voice suits Liara's face perfectly, or her voice, shall we say. Let's be polite. Her voice suits Liara's face perfectly. Like, that was top-notch casting there. Yeah, we need an escape plan, please.
Joker, get the Normandy airborne and lock in on my signal. On the double, mister.
Aye, aye, Commander. Secure and away. ETA 8 minutes.
Not much margin for error.
Great, thanks for that, Kaiden. Thanks for that.
Surrender. Or don't. That would be more fun.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Don't pop up with achievements, you should be turned off. God damn it. I'm gonna have to check that. I'm not gonna lie, that I was thinking, where's the Krogan? We were warned about a Krogan, where is he? That, you know, kind of from the floor facing up view of him walking, I'm rather intimidated. Yeah, like, we need to go. We can fight outside.
In case you didn't notice, this place is falling apart.
Exhilarating, isn't it? Thanks for getting rid of those energy fields for us. Hand the doctor over.
Whatever it is you want, you are not getting it from me.
Oh, Here's the thing, this is the same as before. So I'm assuming this will just take us straight to a fight. I highly doubt we're gonna be able to diplomacy our way out of this. This is a Krogan. Krogans like to fight. Like, it is what it is. Oh, here's the thing. On one hand, if we could get him monologuing a bit, we might get some more information. On the other hand, the ruin is coming down. This is gonna lead to a fight whichever way we go. That is painfully obvious. She's tried to use logic and reason. And he was like, yeah, nah, I'm excited by this. Fuck getting more information. We need to go. We need to leave.
We don't have time to deal with this idiot. Charge!
I like your attitude.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay, now let's... Oh, God. I'm nervous. I'm stupidly nervous. I'm thinking we get a lift. Krogan Battlemaster, that's it. You do that. You do that. And you do that. Get behind cover, get behind cover. Focus on the big guy, focus on the big guy. Get him. Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh. And breathe, and breathe. One of them. And was it V? I can't remember. Okay.
Self-deploy.
Okay, there we go. Hit button. Where? Behind there. We need to move. There. Try and flank. Out of cover.
Too close, Commander. 10 more seconds we would have been swimming in molten sulfur. The Normandy isn't equipped to land in exploding volcanoes. They tend to fry our sensors and melt our hull. Just for future reference.
We almost died out there, and your pilot is making jokes?
Oh! It does ease the tension. It does ease the tension. And I mean, Hell, he saved our asses like he can. That's fine.
Joker pulled our asses out of there. I think he's earned the right to a few bad jokes.
I see. It must be a human thing. I don't have a lot of experience dealing with your species, Commander. But I am grateful to you. You saved my life back there, and not just from the volcano. Those Geth would have killed me or dragged me off to Saren.
What did Saren want with you? Do you know something about the conduit?
Only that it was somehow connected to the Prothean extinction. That is my real area of expertise. I have spent the past 50 years trying to figure out what happened to them.
50 years? I mean, the Codex entry did state that the Asari have very long lifespans.
Just how old are you exactly?
I hate to admit it, but I am only 106.
Damn! I hope I look that good when I'm your age.
A century may seem like a long time to a short-lived species like yours, but among the Asari I am barely considered more than a child. That is why my research has not received the attention it deserves. Because of my youth, other Asari scholars tend to dismiss my theories on what happened to the Protheans.
Well, we might have some knowledge there.
I've got my own theory on why the Protheans disappeared.
With all due respect, Commander, I have heard every theory out there. The problem is finding evidence to support them. The Protheans left remarkably little behind. It is almost as if someone did not want the mystery solved. It is like someone came along after the Protheans were gone and cleansed the galaxy of clues. But here is the incredible part. According to my findings, the Protheans were not the first galactic civilization to mysteriously vanish. This cycle began long before them.
Where'd you come up with this theory? I thought there wasn't any evidence.
I have been working on this for 50 years. I have tracked down every scrap and shred of evidence. Eventually, subtle patterns start to emerge, patterns that hint at the truth. It is difficult to explain to someone else. I cannot point to one specific thing to prove my case. It is more a feeling derived from a half-century of dedicated research. But I know I'm right, and eventually I will be able to prove it. There were other civilizations before the Protheans. This cycle has repeated itself many times over.
But who? Who came before them?
If the Protheans weren't the first, then who was?
I don't know. There is barely any evidence on the Protheans, even less on those who came before them. I cannot prove my theory, but I know I am right. The galaxy is built on a cycle of extinction. Each time a great civilization rises up, it is suddenly and violently cast down. Only ruins survive. The Protheans rose up from a single world until their empire spanned the entire galaxy. Yet even they climbed to the top on the remains of those who came before. Their greatest achievements, the mass relays and the Citadel, are based on the technology of those who came before them. And then, like all the other forgotten civilizations throughout galactic history, the Protheans disappeared. I have dedicated my life to figuring out why.
Well, we can be of assistance. If you will listen to our theory, we can help you out, love.
They were wiped out by a race of sentient machines, the Reapers.
The Reapers? But I have never heard of. How do you know this? What evidence do you have?
There was a damaged Prothean beacon on Eden Prime. It burned a vision into my brain. I'm still trying to sort out what it all means.
Visions? Yes, that makes sense. The beacons were designed to transmit information directly into the mind of the user. Finding one that still works is extremely rare. No wonder the Geth attacked Eden Prime. The chance to acquire a working beacon, even a badly damaged one, is worth almost any risk. But the beacons were only programmed to interact with Prothean physiology. Whatever information you received would have been confused, unclear. I am amazed you were able to make sense of it at all. A lesser mind would have been utterly destroyed by the process. You must be remarkably strong-willed, Commander.
This isn't helping us find Saren, or the conduit.
Of course, you're right. I am sorry, my scientific curiosity got the better of me. Unfortunately, I do not have any information that could help you find the conduit, or Saren.
I find it interesting that we only have two options here. Yeah, I mean, you're a scientist. Like, you know the Protheans better than anyone else here. You can still help us with that.
I don't know why Saren wanted you out of the picture, but I think we'll be a lot better off if we bring you along.
Thank you, Commander. Saren might come after me again. I cannot think of anywhere safer than here on your ship. And my knowledge of the Protheans might be useful later on.
And her biotics will come in handy when the fighting starts.
Oh my, no! No! Welcome aboard!
Good to have you on the team, Liara.
Thank you, Commander. I am very grateful. Oh, I am afraid I am feeling a bit lightheaded.
When was the last time you ate or slept? Dr. Chakwa should take a look at you.
It is probably just mental exhaustion, coupled with the shock of discovering the Protheans' true fate. I need some time to process all this. Still, it could not hurt to be examined by a medical professional. It will give me the chance to think things over. Are we finished here, Commander?
We can talk again after you've seen the doctor. The rest of you, dismissed.
Mission reports are filed, Commander. You want me to patch you through to the Council?
Oh. Sure?
Patch him through, Joker.
Setting up the link now, Commander.
We've received your report, Commander. I understand Dr. Tassoni is on the Normandy.
I assume you're taking the necessary security precautions.
Sir! Sir! She was trapped in a bubble! And then she was almost kidnapped! Sir! Yeah, I do get where he's coming from, like, this is Matriarch Benezia's daughter, and he didn't see what we saw, and this, that, and the other. I don't know what it is, but every cutscene the Council are in, I take them less and less seriously. That has to be intentional. That has to be intentional, because every time one of them will say something and internally I go, oh, you idiots. Like, what are you doing?
Liara's on our side. The Geth were trying to kill her.
Benezia would never allow Saren to kill her daughter.
Maybe she doesn't know.
Or maybe we don't know her. We never expected she could become a traitor.
At least the mission was a success.
Apart from the utter destruction of a major Prothean ruin. Was that really necessary, Shepard?
Disconnect. I'm not answering this. Fuck off. No, again, we do at least want to try and keep the Council on our good side, because here's the thing, if we piss them off too much, they may end up revoking our Spectre status. And let's be brutally honest, the only reason why Naomi is now a Spectre is because they felt like their hand was forced. That's ultimately why they did it. It wasn't because they respect Naomi, it wasn't because they like her, it wasn't because they believe in her skills or whatever, it's because they felt like they had to. So if we push too much, they will revoke that Spectre status, and Naomi will kind of be in a place where she doesn't really care about being a Spectre, but at the same time, this is the only thing that is allowing her to get justice for what Saren did. If she isn't a Spectre, then she won't have access to any of the resources that are making, going after him viable. So we need to keep them we need to try and keep on their good side, even if we don't really respect them, even if we don't like them, even if we think they are giant tools, we need to at least play along and, yes sir, no sir, I'm totally not, planning on getting a dartboard and putting your faces on the dartboard and using that as stress relief. No, I'm not planning on doing that at all, sirs. Like, play the game. We need to play the game.
The Geth were crawling all over those ruins. We were lucky to make it out alive.
Of course, Commander. The mission must always take priority.
Good luck, Commander. Remember, we are all counting on you.
See, that didn't go so bad. That didn't end with them saying, hey, we think you're an idiot, piss off, like that. That was somewhat cordial. I'll take that. Alrighty then, now. I mean, we've completed another main mission, so I say once again we have another round of, I want to call it party camp talks, because that's what I called it all throughout Dragon Age, but I guess Normandy talks, shall we say? So what was that? I saw that. Thank you. Now then, Joker, you alright?
I prefer gold to silver, you know, for my medal. I figured you'd recommend me for one since I, pulled your boots out of the fire.
Yeah, you start getting medals and all that gubbins, you know, the top brass turns its eye to gaze upon you. That's a lot of pressure. Naomi knows that from experience. Are you sure you want it?
If we present you with a medal, you'll end up sitting on stage listening to politicians make speeches for a couple of hours.
That's a good point. They'd probably make me shave, too. I spent the last 7 weeks working on this baby. No medal's worth that. So, Commander, why don't you tell me why you're really here?
I mean, we know how he got his nickname. We've asked him about his disease. Is everything going alright with the ship?
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet, if you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you?
Okay, this is just
I'll tell
repeating.
you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm
gonna let it play out,
even
but...
great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet. Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm sorry, Joker. I didn't even know you were sick.
You mean you didn't know? Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolik syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you know, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
So it seems that Joker isn't... He's not as... How do I want to put it? I didn't think he was going to be on the same level as, you know, the companions, but I assumed that he might have a little bit more to him. Okay. Good to know. It's a shame, but...
I have to go.
Alright, see you.
Ooh. Thank you for the codex entry and the experience. Oh, and I saw that. Yep, you're coming with me too. Now then, you know what? I only have a couple of minutes left on my timer, so I think I'm gonna stop here. I do just very quickly want to go over something. So a couple of episodes ago, I kind of went over what Naomi's thoughts on her companions are, and they were very surface level. They are still very surface level because she hasn't really had the opportunity to really get to know any of them. She doesn't know about any of their personal lives or their histories, what they've been through, what they've seen, none of that. And as such, her opinions are very surface level. You know, just to briefly speak about Liara, I think her initial reaction to Liara is somewhat positive. I think she'd be rather impressed by her dedication to her field of study. Liara is 106 years old, and she's been studying the Protheans for 50 of those years. One, that is longer than Naomi herself has been alive, and two, that is almost half of Liara's lifespan. So that is impressive, and I do think that Naomi would be rather impressed by that, but aside from that, she doesn't really have any opinions on Liara. What I forgot to speak about the last time I was speaking about the companions was romance. Is Naomi going to be romancing anyone? Well, I can't really answer that. One, I don't know who any of the romanceable characters are. I can guess. No, actually, I tell a lie. I know that Liara is romanceable, or at least I'm 99.9% sure that she is, because I remember there being some controversy. Some lady was trying to get Mass Effect banned because, you know, oh, there are blue alien titties and there's a really graphic sex scene and it's corrupting the youth, our poor American youth. And people were saying, well, have you seen the sex scene in question? Of course I haven't. Why would I want to watch something so disgusting? Blue titties. Oh. And then when she finally saw it, she was like, oh, that's really not all that bad. And it was, I remember that controversy. So I'm 99.9% sure that Liara is romanceable. Aside from that, I don't know. And I'm happy just waiting until the game kind of reveals that. I don't need to know that ahead of time. Mainly because when I design characters, I don't go into it with the idea of, you are going to romance this person. I hate doing that with characters. I would rather just play the game and see if they have any kind of chemistry. I want my characters to have a spark with a companion, and then we'll see about pursuing things. I dislike designing characters with the idea of, okay, you're gonna let's try that again. You're gonna romance such and such person. So for all I know, Naomi might go through the entire franchise, through all 3 games, and she might never find anyone with whom she has a spark. She may not romance anyone, or she might romance a different person in each game. I don't know, because I don't know who any of the companions are in the 2nd or 3rd games. Right now, here's the thing, because again, she doesn't really know any of the women on board the ship. I can't say whether she has a spark with any of them. I can outright say that Tali is off the table. If Tali is a romance option, and she is available for female shepherds, Naomi would not romance her, because here's the thing, Tali seems very young. I'm not entirely sure how old she is, but it's that line about how, oh, we go on pilgrimage when we reach adulthood. And if Quarians have a similar lifespan to a human's, and they view age in similar terms, then there's a chance that Tali could only be 18. Like, no. I think Naomi would view her as a child. Yes, you are technically legal, but you have teen in your age. Like, you just seem very, very young. And here's the thing, Tali could actually be way older than she seems. Hell, she could be older than Naomi, but she seems very young. I don't know what it is, but I look at her and I'm like, she's somewhat childlike, a little bit. Not completely, but it could be the voice, to be honest, because she has a very high-pitched, softly spoken voice. That might make her seem more childlike than she is, but either way, I think Naomi would view Tali as being way too young for her. With Ashley and Liara, again, she doesn't really know these ladies. She doesn't know if they have any kind of connection. Neither of them are off the table. With Ashley, yes, she is xenophobic, but again, we don't really know Ashley. Is she xenophobic because she's ignorant, or is she xenophobic because she is a horrible, horrible person? Because if it's the first one, we can deal with that. Ignorance is curable. Like, we can help her deal with those issues. If she's just like, oh no, I hate all of the species because I view them as lesser, then she's just an awful person. She's just a bitch. Fuck that. So it's... With Ashley, I think it would depend on, like, okay, where is your xenophobia coming from? With Liara, I do think we need to have conversations with her. But so far, the only person who is, like, off the table for Naomi is Tali. And obviously the dudes, because Naomi is gay. But yeah, I think that's everything I wanted to say. In the next episode, we have a chat with our companions once again. But until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.